Hi everyone, I'm Terry.
And I'm Angel.
And boy, do we have a whole food, plant-based treat for you today, honey. What are we doing today?
So today we're gonna make rice, egg rolls, and spring rolls, and some steamed asparagus.
Nice, nice.
So it's going to be delicious. It's midweek and we are a little bit tired. I think it's like 7 o'clock, time to eat. But first we're gonna make the rice really quickly. So like I've told you before, I use 2 cups of brown jasmine rice. I just put it into my Instant Pot. With that, I use 2.5 cups of just water. Put that in my Instant Pot. I think I've shared with you before that sometimes I do like to put chickpeas into my rice. It just adds a little bit more something. If I'm not making Southwest style rice, I like to sometimes just have something that with it. This will be accompanied by our Asian food tonight, so I think it'll be good. And of course, better than bouillon to taste. So I just put some on the spoon, probably a tablespoon worth, and mix it all in there. And that's really it.
Mix in some yummy.
Yummy to our tummies.
Looks yummy.
And then what we'll do is we will cook this on high pressure for 20 minutes. And then we'll let it slow release, but it won't even be a problem. I like to let the rice slow release for at least 15 minutes, but this won't be a problem because Terry and I will be making the egg rolls and the spring rolls while this cooks.
All right.
There we go. And now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna steam some asparagus. So I just took asparagus and cut it up into like 3 simple parts. And I'm gonna steam this. You only have to steam this asparagus for, I don't know, 4 minutes, maybe 5 at the most. And then we're gonna show you how we're gonna put a little sauce on it and serve it as the side. So we got the asparagus, we got the rice. And then we're going to make, first Terry and I are gonna make the egg rolls, which I have a whole head of Napa cabbage here because we love Napa cabbage. And plus Napa cabbage is really, really high in protein. So Napa cabbage, green onions. Terry loves green onions.
I do.
We'll put carrot, and then we'll roll them in our egg roll once we saute them. And I'm gonna saute them in a little bit of tamari and rice vinegar. And then we will wrap them in these egg roll wrappers. These egg roll wrappers are vegan and they're low in sodium. I buy these low sodium ones. They're made by Twin Dragon. They are less than half of the sodium of the other egg roll. The other egg roll wrappers I think are close to 150 milligrams of sodium. Wow. Yeah, so I would never want to give something like that to you, but this has 65 milligrams.
Nice.
So if you're looking for an egg roll wrapper, these don't have eggs or anything in them. Funny, called egg roll. But anyway, and then when that's done, we'll take the egg rolls, we'll put them in the air fryer, we'll let those cook, and then we're gonna make up some spring rolls. So with the spring rolls, we just use the rice paper. You can find this in any store. It's just thin paper. I don't even know. I buy whatever brand they have, but this one comes
Blue
in
Dragon.
Blue Dragon. And we'll show you how we make the spring rolls after we make the egg rolls. And we'll put cucumber in them. We're gonna put some
butter
lettuce, yum. The carrot. I like to use these noodles. They're called yam noodles. You can find these in the produce section near the vegan food, tofu and all this. These yam noodles are perfect for this, and they have like 0 everything in them.
And mango.
Today I just decided, I saw a mango. You don't have to put fruit in yours, but I found this mango in my fridge and I said, hey, what the heck, that'd be good.
That'd be good, yeah.
And then we'll put some green onion in there. We'll dip this in a sauce that Terry's gonna make for us, and we are gonna eat like champs.
Hi everyone.
We're ready to make the egg rolls. So here's what we're gonna do. It's really, really, really simple. I got a big frying pan here, quite large, because the cabbage seems like a lot, but it'll really cook down. So like I said, this is a whole head of Napa cabbage that I just cut and rinsed. So I'm gonna put it in here. I'm just gonna let it cook down. It'll cook down really well. Then I'm gonna use part of this carrot in here and the other part in our spring rolls. But what I did with the carrot, this is actually 2 carrots. The carrots were kind of big, that's a lot. And I just peeled them and then I julienned them. You can chop them if you want to. You can slice them into matchsticks, you know, whatever you like. But for this, I kind of wanted the little, and I just julienned them.
And they look pretty.
They do look pretty. Look how colorful that is.
Absolutely.
So we'll just put carrot in here. Carrot makes things colorful and a little bit sweet. And I think that's about half. I'll use the rest of these on our spring rolls.
Okay.
And then we are going to put, this is about a half a cup of green onion. You could use more or less. Terry can't get enough green onion. And you can hear that sizzling away. Yum, yum, yum. So we're going to let it cook down a little bit, and then we're going to add some spice. But I just want to let this come down a little bit first. All right, so this is cooking down really nicely. And what I had forgot to tell you is I don't even have to water saute this because cabbage has so much natural water in it. And the percentage of water in vegetables is so high to start with. But I don't know if you can see, but there is a heck of a lot of water here in my pan. And I did not add that. That came from the cabbage. So there's no need to add water. You already know, no oil. But there's really no need to add anything, especially when you're using cabbage, because it'll cook everything down. But this was heaping, and just so you know, Terry did add a half a cup extra of the green onion. So in this, we actually have a whole cup of green onion. I realized that when I was doing this that I had never measured my tamari and rice vinegar before, but I'm trying it for this so I can let you know if it's good or not. I do use some garlic. I'm going to use the cheddar garlic, so let's call that 2 cloves. How's that sound? And then I'm going to use some ginger, because garlic and ginger are really those Asian tastes. So that was, let's call it a tablespoon of ginger. I'm going to put a 1/4 cup of my low sodium organic tamari in here. Obviously, I'm not going to use any salt or anything like that. And then I'm going to use 1/8 of a cup of rice vinegar.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you have the rice vinegar. So between the tamari, or if you're using soy sauce, the rice vinegar, the ginger, the garlic, those Asian flavors will come out. You know, before when we ate oil, I would put some of the Asian oil in, but you don't need it. I'm going to put fresh cracked pepper to taste, so however much pepper you like.
I wish you could smell the aroma and all the spices coming together with the cabbage and the carrots and the tamari and the rice vinegar and the garlic. Oh man, it smells so good. Incredible.
So let's just let this cook just really quickly, maybe just another 2 minutes. We're back and we started making the egg rolls. So just take the wrappers right out of the thing. They're really thin. They're really easy to use. They're soft. I really like them. I've already made 5 up, and I did try to measure the ingredients to make sure that I could tell you approximately how much I put in there. So I used approximately a little bit more than a half a cup. There is liquid in here, so I am putting it in here with a slotted spoon, just so I don't get over amount of liquid into my wrapper. And like I said, I only sauteed the vegetables for maybe 2 or 3 minutes longer just to get the flavor. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking water, just dipping my fingers in here, and I'm just rubbing the water right on the outside of this wrapper. That's my glue.
So you can seal it, honey?
Yep. And then I'm just gonna fold it in like that. I'm gonna fold it up like that on both sides, and then fold it right over. And then it seals because I stuck glue. It's nice and sealed, no problem. and then I'm gonna put it in my air fryer basket.
You still make that look easy.
It is really easy. I'm telling you, I am not a great Asian cook, but I love Asian food. And, you know, going to the Asian restaurant and eating stuff like this is not optional because for us,
Sodium.
it has a lot of, not only the sodium, absolutely the sodium, but the oil. Everything is in oil. Every once in a while, if we're out and we're hungry and it's just like, I really want something, I can actually go into the Asian restaurant and get steamed broccoli, because all they do is take fresh broccoli and steam it. That is about what I can get at the Asian restaurant. So you see what I'm doing? Just to make sure there's not that much oil. You don't have to, juice rather, but you don't have to, you don't want to squeeze it because you do want them to be nice and flavorful. By the way, we tasted this and it's delicious. Yeah. So just put your glue on the outside, like I said, real quickly, and then fold your sides in, fold it again, and it sticks. I mean, it's
magical.
It's just that simple. And there's an egg roll. So here's our egg rolls.
Voila.
Voila. And I'm gonna put these in our air fryer right back there. I'm gonna put them in for 10 minutes on 400. While they cook, we're gonna make the spring rolls.
Nice. Hi everybody.
We're back and our egg rolls are cooking in our air fryers and we can smell them, which is wonderful. So we're gonna start to make our spring rolls, and Terry is gonna make some dipping sauces and share with you how he does that. He is the dipping sauce king.
Can you believe I'm actually gonna make something?
Yes, I love it. So what you do with this is you just put it in a bowl of water and you let it sit maybe 10 or 15 seconds. I'm very impatient, so I move mine around to see how it's doing. But if you just want to, and then I flip it over.
So what do you want to get, like it?
You just want to get it really, I mean, it's almost, it'll get very soft. It'll stop feeling like it, you know, like this, and it'll get so that I can roll it.
Gotcha.
Because you eat this, you don't cook it.
So it's a feel.
Yeah, it's really a feel.
Okay.
And you don't want it to rip. And so, I mean, I don't know, 10 or 15 seconds. And you'll know, do it a couple of times. And if you see it rip, I feel like I have this in here longer than 10 or 15 seconds.
Well, that's why we're doing this.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. So maybe it's 20 seconds. I don't know. But that feels pretty good. Yeah. So I'm going to take this out of here. Let it drip a little bit. Just put it here on my surface that I'm going to work on. And you can put anything in these you like. Today, I'm going to put butter lettuce in ours. I'm going to put our fresh cut carrots. I'm going to put some of these. We made matchsticks out of these cucumbers. Cucumbers are so fresh and crunchy. So some of our matchstick cucumbers. I do like these yam noodles. So I'm going to put some of these yam noodles in here. Yummy, yummy.
Some of our green onion?
Absolutely green onion. I'm going to put some of the mango because I know you love that. And then
it's so delicious.
I'm going to sprinkle it with the green onion. So it's not pretty.
Look at those food combinations.
Yeah.
Mango, green onion, cucumber.
Yummy. And so this isn't going to be pretty. Don't hold me accountable, but I do it just like I do the egg roll. I fold both the sides in. Then I pull this side up and just try to get everything in there. And this is nice and sticky, so it's almost already like glue, which I love. And then you just keep rolling.
Nice job, honey. Look at that. Nice job. Right.
Perfect. Okay. So, and that's what you get.
That's a nice size,
so I'm going to make a bunch of these, and then, whoops. And then, Terry, you can start making the sauces.
Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. So I made 3 different types of sauces for our spring rolls and for our egg rolls. And I start out with my dishes. For one, my favorite is the peanut butter powder, which you can buy.
Can you talk about that one compared to like the PB2?
Sure. So this is Crazy Richard's 100% pure all natural peanut butter powder. And this one has the lowest amount of total fat, 1.5 grams, and everything else is 0. Saturated fat is 0, trans fat is 0. Sodium is 0. Has total sugars are less than 1 gram. 2 grams of dietary fiber. And the other peanut butter powders that Angel is referring to, you'll have a lot higher total fat content. You'll also have, believe it or not, total sugars will be above 1 gram. I've seen them as high as 3 and 4 and 5 grams, and a total fat as high as 6 or 7 grams. So this just happens to be the best one overall in terms of health.
And the regular peanut butter has a lot. How much protein is in that, honey?
Protein, good question. Has 6 grams of protein.
Wow.
Yeah,
and
6 grams of protein.
Is it 2 tablespoons or 1
Yep,
tablespoon?
2 tablespoons is 1 serving. So,
and then when you can actually use it as peanut butter because you can reconstitute it with
exactly,
water. And
exactly. If you get the right consistency of peanut butter powder and water, Angel's right, you can actually make your own peanut butter, and you can use it on your, whole wheat bread and maybe some sugar-free jelly. And now you got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that is a lot healthier than if you just use regular peanut butter, which has a lot of saturated fat, trans fat, and then obviously jelly, which has a lot of added sugar. So you can actually make a healthy peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I'm going to start with my peanut butter powder. Again, I'll make my favorite sauce first. So I'll start with peanut butter powder. I'm using maybe a couple tablespoons, maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of peanut butter powder. I'm going to use just a dash of rice vinegar. And this is where and I forgot my honey.
Ooh, your maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
You can't forget that,
Maple syrup.
honey.
So, and I also put in a little bit of maple syrup for a little sweetness. So put in a little bit of that, maybe a tablespoon. That's a little bit to me. I'll add a little bit of water, and it's really your own preference. If you want this to be a little bit more firm and not as liquidy, if you will, just add less water. Don't add as much water at all. I like mine to be a little bit more liquidy and more of a dipping sauce as opposed to like a paste consistency, if you will.
Because you're dipping, right? You're not
Exactly.
putting it on bread.
Exactly. So
Here's
stir that
the
up a little bit.
dipper.
Stir that up a little bit here, and you can see it's the consistency is so you can stir and you can just dip and keep it moving. So
Dip.
this is my favorite one, and again, that's just the rice vinegar, my syrup, peanut butter powder, and water.
And this one, he doesn't even put tamari in.
Exactly.
So it's really low. That particular one is very low in sodium, and it's delicious.
It is. It is very delicious. So the next one, I'm also going to use peanut butter powder.
Oops.
So a little bit of peanut butter powder, about the same amount of peanut butter powder. The only difference with this one is that I'm going to use the organic tamari, gluten-free soy sauce, low in sodium. So I'm going to use a little bit of that, about 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons.
2 teaspoons.
About a teaspoon of the rice vinegar.
That's usually what I do too with the tamari and the vinegar is like 2 to 1.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's about what I usually use when I do that as well.
Tablespoon there of the
Pretty.
maple syrup. I'll get the same kind of consistency here. And if it's too watery for you, want it a little bit more thick and firm, just add a little bit more peanut butter powder. That's all. This one's going to be delicious too, man.
I know.
The color's a little darker because I have the tamari.
Sometimes I'll add
about the same.
like hot chili garlic paste to that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Do you want some? Do you want a little heat?
No, not for this one. I think I'm gonna make a sweet chili sauce, which will have heat with that one. With that one, I'm just gonna use a little water, sweet chili, and rice vinegar.
Okay.
But that one will come together perfectly. But that's a good add.
But even with this one, sometimes I just put the hot chili garlic paste.
Okay, nice.
And I have to be careful with it because it's a little bit warm, but it adds just a little bit of a kick to that.
Gotcha.
So, I think what we're showing you here is that you can almost make this any kind of way, and you don't have to have a peanut butter sauce, but peanut sauce is so good with the Asian food.
It is. Very good with Asian food. So last but not least, I'm going to make the sweet chili sauce recipe. So I use a couple of tablespoons, maybe even half a cup of sweet chili sauce, because that's the primary ingredient there. Some rice vinegar, maybe a couple of, maybe 1 tablespoon. Use a little bit of water. Not as much there. And I think that's it. I don't think let me rinse my fork off. I'm gonna put peanut butter powder in this one.
But you could, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you could put peanut butter powder in that one. Let me stir this one up. There you go. A little bit more sweet chili sauce. Just a tad bit more.
Those are gonna be so
good. Delicious.
And you could use any. The reason why we don't use dipping sauces that are store-bought, except for this one from Trader Joe's, because this one does not have any fat in it. And for a dipping sauce, the sodium is just not outrageous. But that is the reason why we use this. And like Terry showed you, he used water to even make it spread out more. So we're just not getting a lot of sodium. We're obviously not getting any fat. But those sauces that you buy in the store, the Asian sauces, they have a lot. How is it?
Oh my God,
Good
so good.
one?
I put a little bit of maple syrup in the end just to sweeten it up. Wow, this is delicious. All three are delicious.
Yeah.
So you have your sweet chili dipping sauce. You have your tamari dipping sauce. And you just have your peanut butter powder and rice vinegar dipping sauce. So all three are delicious. You can't go wrong with either one. Wow, those are coming together.
That sounds absolutely delicious. But I think hopefully I finished what I was saying about the store. Just try to stay away from store-bought sauces and things like that, because they are loaded with things that you may not imagine that they are loaded with.
Yes.
And again, that's why, I mean, we even make our own pho, because we do like pho soup. It's absolutely delicious. The vegan, or we don't even like tofu in it, because we don't really eat tofu because it's processed. We don't like processed food. It's not really good for you. But we make our own pho here at home too, because when you buy pho at a restaurant, it has a lot of sodium. A lot. I mean, oh my gosh, you just swell up. So, all right. Let's start to plate this up.
All right, everyone, we are all finished. This looks absolutely amazing. I can't wait to dig in.
Me too. Let's try it.
All right,
okay.
let's do it.
So here how we did it is plated it up. I took the peanut butter sauce with the tamari, and Terry likes the plain without. It's probably much better for him. The sweet heat sauce that he made, we took a couple of spring rolls and egg rolls, our beautiful rice with the chickpeas. And I did steam the asparagus for 4 minutes, and then I just put equal parts Dijon mustard and maple syrup. So sometimes I do a peanut sauce for this, but I think we have enough with the peanut sauce tonight, so I did a mustard sauce.
Sounds good to me.
So what are we going to try first?
Let's try the spring roll.
Okay.
All right.
Spring rolls. What do I want? I'm going to dip this in the...
Okay, so am I.
Yeah.
So am I.
That looks so good.
Okay.
This is not going to be pretty. Crispy.
Wow.
Fresh.
Fresh with the mango
And
the carrots.
You know,
Butter lettuce, so fresh, so light.
I really like the cucumber in here, because it adds that cool kind of crunch.
I like the mango because it gives it that sweet.
And then the sauce right here is incredible, honey. You knocked it out of the park on this. It's so fresh.
Sorry guys, I didn't look pretty, but it's delicious.
Great. How could you feel that after you ate that? All right, let's try these beautiful egg rolls. They're nice and crispy.
Okay.
See, we took them out of our air fryer. I think I'm going to try this in the peanut butter sauce.
Yep, I was thinking the same thing.
So, absolutely delicious.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
wow, very good. Warm, inviting, crispy. Peanut butter sauce with the carrots and the flavors. Oh man, it comes together so good.
The flavors in the cabbage.
So good. Oh wow. You outdid yourself on that one, honey.
And then our rice. The rice is so good with the chickpeas and the better than bouillon. It just it makes
so
the rice
flavorful.
really hearty
And flavorful to me.
Yeah,
Very flavorful.
You gotta try the rice with the chickpeas and the better than bouillon. It's almost like you could eat it as a meal.
Exactly, it really kicks it up.
I don't know why. It's kind of creamy and
really kicks it up, babe. Very good.
Now we'll try our asparagus. I love this asparagus.
The sauce you made for this is amazing.
I love it. And that 4 minutes on steam is the perfect amount of time because you have a little bit of crunch, but it's not raw.
Right. No, that was perfect. Crunchy.
And that sauce is
Perfect
so
texture.
good. You don't need a lot of sauce. It's just equal parts. You know, start with, for that whole, I had a pound of asparagus. Do like a tablespoon and a tablespoon of each.
Wow.
Yummy.
Wow, honey, you outdid yourself on this one, sweetie.
No, thank you.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you for helping me. You've been
You're welcome.
wonderful. Well, we're going to go eat on this late weeknight. We hope you enjoyed our Asian night.
I can't wait to dig in more and finish this up. So we're so glad we could share this with you guys. It's an amazing meal. We love you guys and can't wait to share more.
Absolutely.
All right.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.